Welcome back, my peeps. Hope everybody's been good, keeping safe and healthy, and crafting. So today I'm gonna be making this cupcake. You know, everybody knows this famous cupcake. So I got a lot of messages, DMs on my Facebook business page, on my Instagram. Is there a tutorial? This and that. And I said that there wasn't a tutorial. Well, first, I belong to a couple of like fake bake groups. And, you know, people share ideas and things like that. And one of the girls on there, her name is Vicky Hamilton. She was the one who first did this. And she shared with us how she made it. And, you know, she like wrote down instructions of how she did it and things like that. So basically, I just recreated what she shared. So, people kept asking me, you know, oh, create a tutorial and stuff like that. But I didn't feel comfortable making a tutorial of something that somebody else thought of. So I kept telling everybody that I cannot, you know, make a tutorial on this. This was not my idea. I just recreated what somebody else shared. So, luckily for me and for y'all and for, you know, anybody who wants to recreate this, Vicky gave me permission to make a video tutorial showing everyone how this is made. So with her permission, I'm making this video today. Otherwise, I would not do it because I don't think it's right for me to try to take somebody's idea and make it seem like it was my own. And especially if I didn't have her permission, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. But Vicky did give me her permission. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do it. But once again, I want to thank Vicky Hamilton. She's in one of my fake bake groups. And I really appreciate you allowing me to create this and share it with everyone. Thanks, Vicky. So, now I'm going to show you how to make this. Well, this is my version of how I made it. You're going to need some Model Magic, of course. And you're going to need one of these green foams from Dollar Tree, right? This is a pretty big size, but you know what? The thing about fake bakes, it doesn't matter. It's just, you know, it's a fake bake. It's not gonna be exactly, you know, what it's supposed to be. Or I mean, you could make it to the size that you want it, you know, smaller than that, but for now this is what we going with. So you open it up. So you know, I had to buy a pack of Hostess cupcakes for reference, so let's just keep that right there. We'll come back to that later. Get you some Model Magic, and you're gonna roll it out like that. I got me a piece of parchment paper. I love rolling out my Model Magic on parchment paper because it don't stick to it and you can lift it off easily. Now remember, with your Model Magic, you need to condense. See how it just still like a little hard and tough, and you just need to like massage it up a little bit, work it, make it soft and malleable. Because if not, that's how you get cracks in it and stuff. And we don't want no cracks. See, this don't have no cracks. It's nice and smooth. And that's what we want. So you got to work it until it starts stretching. You see it's starting to stretch now? Got to work it. That's the trick with Model Magic. You got to work it. And if it becomes too hard, too dry, you could just give it a squirt of water, mix that up, Keep on massaging it until it becomes something you can like really work with. I think we good now. So I don't know if you guys remember this trick that I shared with you last time. If you want to get some your clay to come out evenly, get you some stir sticks. I'm just using one layer, but you could layer these and make a 2-layer so the thickness is thicker. You could put 3, make it a thicker layer. We're using 1 today, right? You take your Model Magic. You want to put a nice piece of Model Magic on the top of this. So take your Model Magic, you put it in the middle, and you start rolling. Oops. Take it and flip it the other way because you want to get a nice round. Make sure your cookie cutter is going to fit on here so you get a nice layer. Make sure you have enough. See, you good. And look. This is why I like to put it on a parchment paper. So now you're going to get your cookie cutter. You want your cookie cutter to be a little bit, see, like this is 3/8 of an inch. This is a 4-inch cookie cutter. So you want your cookie to kind of go like just a tad bigger than this, because if you use one that's too small, then the icing is going to come on top and it's not going to reach the edges, right? So you don't want to do that. You want to get something that's going to cover your edges. So I'm going to take this. I hate foam. It sheds. Cut your cookie cutter out. Get rid of the excess. Put it in your bag so it won't dry out. And now you got the top of your, you got smooth. You see the edges a little frayed, and just pat them in. And you're going to take your your foam, and you're going to put your icing, your layer. Is going to be a little bit bigger than your foam because, like I said, this is 3/8 inch and your cookie cutter is 4. But it doesn't really, if you just take your time and just push it down, you would never know. Oops. We'll come back to that. I'm not going to glue it down just yet because we, like so. If you just want the whole cupcake, of course, you're not going to cut a piece of it off. You're just going to leave it like this. But if you want a bite taken out of it, we're going to do that. If not, if you want to make like a set, just one with a bite out of it and one without a bite, that's fine too. But I'm going to show you how to take out that bite. So just kind of smush it down a little bit. Not the top part, just the edges so that it fits onto the, see how it fits? Like you good. You're going to have a little excess, and that's fine. Once you paint it, you're not even going to notice this. So what I do, right, I usually let mine sit for a little bit so that the Model Magic firms up a little bit. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just move along. But I suggest that you let it get a little bit firm. Like for a couple of hours, just leave it like this. Just leave it there and let it firm up. We're going to glue it down later after we cut out the piece, okay? So, see? So, for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and cut the piece out. Now, this part right here, it might get a little rough. And you might, you know, need to put some power in here, or even get you like a little blade or something to help you cut it, a knife. something, because it might be a little, you know, work to get this through. So what I do is like, I kind of decide how big I want my bite to be, mark it, and then I start going down. If you have a metal cookie cutter, it's good. But still, in all, even with this metal cookie cutter, it's hard to get it to go all the way down. And that's fine. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with this, or you could come in with it with your knife, whatever you have. And I'm going to cut around it. Cut that bite. Cut the bite off by using this. Right? And then you come to the other side and you just go around that curve that you had already made with the cookie cutter. And let's see if we could pull it off. See, it comes right off. And you good. Don't worry about this, because you could just, it's model magic. You could just form that back. If this got a little lumpy, you get you some water. Just put a little bit and get that edge going back nice to how it was. You gotta fix it up a little bit. Just fix it. But that's your edge, you see? You may have a little bit of extra foam sticking there. Just take it out. Now this part, I got to save my model magic, so I'm gonna put it to the side. But first, I'm gonna clean this off so we can move on to the next step, okay? So the next step is you wanna go in here. I use my my dotting tool to figure out how big I want to make my cream center. So I just take it and just go around and make my circle, you know. And then you just go in there and you start like removing some of it. Just go in there and just take it out. Take out as much as you want. Doesn't have to be that big. See how my hole is in there? It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to put cream in it, so nobody cares. You could even take your finger and smush it down. So you could get a better, you can smush the whole cupcake down. That way it'll be nice and smooth. Take off all the excess. And there you go. Now you're ready for the next step. So for the next step, so I forgot to show you guys how to glue it down. But when you leave it out for a little while, it becomes firm. You could just lift it from the corner. Take you some hot glue. Not a lot, just a little. And push it back down. You don't need a lot to keep it because it's kind of already sticking to the foam. But if you want, you could just lift it. My nails is getting in the way. You see how I lifted it? Just put a little dab of hot glue. You don't need a lot of hot glue because the model magic is already kind of sticking to the foam. And that's how you do it. It's not going to go anywhere. If you want to just be secure with it, push it down. Leave it like that for a minute. Go back. If there's a little, remember I told you, if there's a little bit of, got a little bit of, like some creases or something, just wet your finger. Go back. Form it. It takes away all the creases. And you should be good. Then, after this, you let it sit for another minute. Make sure the hot glue is not hot anymore. And you go on and you paint it with your burnt umber. And you should be good there. Let me clean up a little bit. Because y'all know I can't be dealing with all this mess. So the next step is painting. You're going to paint it. That's your next step. The color I used was burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. You can find this at Walmart for 50 cents. You can find it at Michael's. You can find it at Joann's. You can find it at Hobby Lobby. You can find this anywhere. Burnt Umber. If you can't find Burnt Umber, the next one that I like is Chocolate Sprinkle because it's dark. So you can use that too. Okay? Even Melted Chocolate. The name is Melted Chocolate. You can use that too. So, of course, for the sake of the video, I already painted one. You see that? It's already painted. I put, you know what? This is actually, what? Look how I got paint all over my hands. And let me get a wet wipe. I only used one coat on that, but just because I painted it, you know, for you guys on the video. But I recommend 2 coats, right? Because I'm going to go back later and paint it anyway. So, I think, the bottom is not dry yet. That's why. But that's fine. I'm going to just come over here and get one of these and put it down. So, then you're going to get you some spackle. Right? You don't need to use a piping bag, because all you're gonna do is just squish the cream in there. But before we do that cream, we're gonna do this part because I don't want to mess, you know, this should be last, because when you're done, you just want to let it dry. So I'm just gonna get my little thing ready here, but we're gonna do the little curly thing first. And I'm gonna wash my hands real good because I don't want none of this brown paint to get on it. So you don't need a lot for the cream. So I'll get that ready. Put it to the side, because we're gonna fill up that little hole in the middle of the cupcake. You need some spackle. I showed you guys how to do this spackle, and you can go back on one of my other videos and see how I do it. So I'm ready to fill that up, but not yet. Let me get all this paint off my fingers so I can show you how to do the curly cues. Right? Clean up a little bit. I need to roll it on here. All right. So again, you're gonna need you some Model Magic, a small piece. You don't need a big piece, but you gotta make sure you massage it really good, because you need to y'all, who loves eating these cupcakes? These are like one of my favorites. And you know what? Over all the years, they still taste the same. You know how some stuff don't taste the same? Like from when you was a kid, it just don't taste the same. But these still do. So, I'm surprised. But, okay. So, we're going to take some of this. You don't even need all of this big piece. And you're going to roll it into a snake. And just, when you roll it into a snake, you got to make sure you hit every, don't just stay stuck in the middle, because then the middle is going to get things. You got to go move over this way, come over this way, move, come back to the middle, come this way. You got to move your hand around. It's sticking to the water that's down here. Just keep on stirring, moving your hand. And you want to get like a uniform as best as you can anyways. I know sometimes it's hard, but make it as long as you can. Because you think, oh, this is enough to make a curly cue. But when you start twirling and trying to make that curly cue, you're going to use up all of this. And it's going to be a little something like this. Trust me, because I thought I made enough and I didn't. Alright, so I think we should be good for that little piece. So this is the part you need to see. So I'm gonna bring the camera down. Let's move a little closer. Let's move a little closer, right? So you're gonna take up this whole thing. I don't want my hand to be kind of blocking it, but you're gonna take it and you're gonna twirl. Oh Lord, see, this is what I'm talking about. When y'all watching, leave a little, that's because I didn't do this. Leave a little edge, right? Take your thing and start twirling. You see that? You just twirling. You take the next one and you twirl. Try to make it touch the other one. And you just keep on twirling. Boom. Twirl. Just take your paint and twirl. Take your paint. Take your clay and just twirl it. Right? Just keep on twirling until you get to the last one. Maybe you can stop there because you don't want to get it too. But you see this? There's your twirl, right? And look, it fit right here in the middle. Boom. So what I do is, I didn't bring my glue. Of course I gotta forget something. So this is, I like this glue. I'm not gonna, darn it, I forgot about the paint on the bottom of that. I like this foam and poster board paint. This is from Dollar Tree. You find it in the school supply section. I like this. I'm not gonna use hot glue because hot glue, I might put too much and it's gonna get ugly, and I ain't got time for that. Let's get rid of this because I don't need this in my white, even though some of it already got on there. But so you want to clip. I'm not gonna pick it up because it's still wet. So measure out where you think you want your and you get your knife or your scissor or whatever, and you just clip whatever you don't need. Clip it off. You could clip this, right? Is it too long still? Then you take your little bit of glue, right? You don't need that much because this Model Magic is going to stick to that Model Magic. So, of course the tip is dirty. So, you're just going to put a dab. Oh, this thing is not cooperating with me today. Got a big old chunk right there. Okay, so you just take a dab. You could take your finger and just put it on there. And boom. There go your curl on your cupcake, right? Now, I'm rushing, but you take your time. I'm just trying to get this video done so you guys can go out and make you some of these famous cupcakes. Not gonna mention the name or anything, but you know who they are and what they are. So now we're gonna do the middle part, which I told you. You do this top part. Ugh, I can't even talk. Do the top part. Do the top part first, and then that way you're gonna fill in the middle, and you're gonna leave it alone, and you're gonna let that dry for a day or two. Everything else is mainly dry, but the spackling, you know, it takes a while to dry. So you get your scissor, cut you a little hole. And you just fill it up. right? And then you could take you a toothpick or whatever you have. Make it look nice and creamy. Move it around. If you don't want to move it around, just leave it alone. You know, you can even use your finger if you want. Not too much because you don't want to smash it down too much. But look, don't that look delicious? This is not that hard to make. It's pretty easy. You can make a bunch of them. It's so cute. Everybody's gonna be like, what? Right? There go your cupcake. So, you know, I bought me a pack of these cupcakes. Hold on, let me wipe this off. And you know, I already ate them. But look at this. Honey, these are fake. Haha. Don't you love it though? Don't you love it? Look at this. Y'all ain't even know they was fake. See that? Because I had them all in here in this packet, all nice, like I already had ate them. But I did buy them to look at them. But, you know, look. You ain't even know. So what you could do with these, you know how when you buy that family pack, it just comes in the individual pack. It doesn't have a cover on it. Just cut you a piece of cardboard, put these in there, and seal them up with a heat seal or whatever. But there you go. So how I did these was with one of these. This is what they call a cupcake dummy. I did the same thing I did with this. I cut out a layer of Model Magic for the front, for the top. But this is very hard. I don't think you're going to be able to cut through this. And if you do, it might not come out that well. So I wouldn't even bother. I would just leave them like this. Because they look cute. Nobody even knows those are fake, alright? Y'all ain't know they was fake. So anyways, again, I just want to take a minute to thank Vicky Hamilton, one of the ladies in one of my fake bake groups, for allowing me to create this for you guys, to make this tutorial. Some of you guys already belong to those fake bake groups that I'm in. So give a shout out to Miss Vicky for letting me do this. And again, if you make one of these, you know, shout me out on social media. Shout out Miss Vicky. Because one thing that's not cool is, like, you know, I understand I'm making YouTube videos, and once you put it out there, anybody can make it. But it feels nice when people say thank you, and I appreciate each and every one of you that leave a comment and thanking me. And now you can thank Miss Vicky for making these creations. Some people just take your idea and they post it on their social medias or post it wherever, and they make it seem like it was their own idea or their own thought without giving credit to the person who did it. And that's why I really want to make these cupcakes, because I wouldn't have felt right not giving Miss Vicky credit for this, because she thought of it, right? But I appreciate each and every one of you guys who, you know, leave me a comment on Facebook or Instagram, or send me a message or whatever, thanking me, you know, for showing you guys how to do these things. I appreciate that. Thank you. And if you see somebody posting something, no, I'm just kidding. But I mean, if you want to share it on your social media, on your Facebook, on your whatever, I don't go for it. You know, it's cool. But it would be nice if you could link it back to my YouTube channel. So, you know, I could get credit for it. so I could get a couple of dollars so I could buy more craft stuff to make more videos. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, besides that, another thank you, guys. I made it to 1,000 subscribers this past weekend, so I'm excited about that. So as promised, I'm having another giveaway, and this time I'm gonna include this lovely box of wonderful things. You got in here, you're gonna have some macaroons for you. You can make however you want. Got a white one if you want to paint them brown, if you want to paint them yellow, whatever color you want. Got some marshmallows in the corner over here so you could make some treats. I got a couple, I put in a couple of cherries and some strawberries if you want to make some sundaes or whatever. There's a set of graham crackers in here, so if you want to make a s'more. A couple of banana slices. Some of my gummy bears that I made. There's a lot of blank pieces in here so you could paint. I put in some flowers. I put in an Oreo, a mini Oreo, and then on the bottom there's a large Oreo so you can make for yourself. And then this is a Lorna Doone, right? I put in a couple of snowmen, marshmallow snowmen, in case you want to make a hot cocoa drink or whatever. But anyways, this is just something that's going to be in the box I'm sending out. As I said, I'm going to put in one of my fake bait that I created on one of the videos, already made for you guys. So you can have, you know, something that I made. I don't know what it is because I haven't decided, but I'm sure you'll be glad with whatever you receive. And then also in the box, I'm going to include a couple of other Dollar Tree stuff, because you know Dollar Tree, that's my favorite store. So you can make some fake bakes too. So in the next video, I will be announcing the winner. So please leave a comment down below if you want to be in the giveaway. And once again, I want to thank you all for supporting, for your kind words, for your comments, for your likes, for sharing my YouTube video, for giving me shout outs and, you know, all that good stuff. I have so many things planned. I was going to start on my summer series today, but Miss Vicky gave me permission to make this cupcake for you guys. So, of course, I had to go and do that. Since she gave me permission. And you guys, make sure to give a shout out to Miss Vicky for allowing me to make the video. And I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, healthy, crafty, and God bless you all. Bye.